Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic 90s nerds, to my channel, Simon Slashers, where, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but plenty of stuff in between, like books. And today, we are doing something fun that I hardly ever do. Today we are doing a tag video, and it is an original tag video created by myself and the other co-hosts of the Christmas Evil Readathon. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So we really hope you guys watching and you guys who have booktube channels would like to do this tag as well. So please, 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 if you do end up doing this tag, please tag all the hosts of Christmas Evil. That includes myself, Kelly at Kelly Hooked on Books, Katrina at Katrina Brown, Crystal at Fiber Artsy, and Michelle at Michelle's Melancholia. Alright, so let's get right into the tag, but all we have to do is go to the short intro and then we can start the fun. Welcome back. We're starting with some angelic questions. That's supposed to be angel wings, in case you were wondering. So yes, let's start off with the Christmas angel questions. These questions are very nice, and they're not evil questions. Despite this being a Christmas Evil tag, we threw in some, some jolly questions, some friendly questions. First up, Tinsel. Name a book with a beautiful cover. I've got quite a few books with beautiful covers, so let me grab them for you. I decided to highlight both vintage horror and new horror, so here's an example of a newer horror book with a wonderful cover. Of course, this is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. This is one of my very favorite books of all time, and one of my favorite books by Hendrix himself, and the cover is super 80s. We've got a Be Kind rewind, and also a novel instead of like horror there. So wonderful stuff. We got a VHS down here. It looks like a VHS, very 80s colors, neons, very wonderful. Just wonderful all around. And the back kind of reminds you of the back of a movie staff pick. Great stuff. Great example of a newer horror book with a fantastic cover. Okay, and some vintage tinsel, which I think is appropriate because tinsel itself, T-I-N-S-E-L, I feel like I'm saying it weird. Anyway, not a lot of people use tinsel anymore in their trees, so I think it kind of goes with a whole vintagey feel. So first up, a non-Christmassy vintage cover. This is Death Song. Look at this. Awesome stuff. Bloody freaking piano with these basically disembodied hands or something playing the piano. Love it, love it. There's also sheet music down here that you could see behind the title font. Great, great, great. And then their very blood red color of the text. And the final book I'd like to highlight, Runaway by Stephen Gresham. He has written a lot of books, vintage books, and a lot of them have amazing covers. This one is a very Christmassy amazing cover. We've got a skeleton in front of a Christmassy gingerbread house with awesome peppermints. And if you've been a viewer of my channel for a while, you might know that I love peppermint designs for Christmas time, and I love candy corn for Halloween time. Those are my two favorite icons for both holidays. So the candy corn for Halloween and the peppermint for flippin' Christmas. So yes, anything with a peppermint design, I pretty much love. And this is just an all-around fantastic cover. Look at the gumdrops. Awesome stuff. Next question, Holiday Lights. Name a book that brightened your mood. I think this book, Clowns vs. Spiders by Jeff Strand, really has to be the answer for this one because I remember laughing so very much while reading this book. I laughed out loud, which is very rare for me to do. I don't oftentimes laugh out loud while reading a book, but I did while reading this book. And I've really liked other books I've read by Jeff Strand. I've read 3 so far as of now, including this one. And this I read back in February, and I still remember parts of this. That's how much it brightened my mood and has stuck with me since then. Next question, The Star Atop the Christmas Tree. What author has been a star or a favorite or a hit for you this year? Well, my answer to this is pretty freaking easy. And if you've been following me this year, you might have guessed my answer to this. That's supposed to be a Christmassy drum roll. Robert McCammon! How could I have picked any other author? Boy's Life, I read this back in July, and it was my first read of McCammon's work, and it's my favorite book of all time now, because it was just so amazing. It blew me away. I was sent this signed copy by Hunter, who runs McCammon's website. Also, by the way, I just was able to meet McCammon in person at a book signing in Alabama, and I brought him my copy of Usher's Passing, and he signed it, so I will show you. Also, by the way, I just want to show you the paperback version of Usher's Passing. Also has a fantastic cover. This could have been my answer for Tinsel, because look how awesome both of these covers are. Beautiful covers. But this is my answer for an author that has been a hit for me, because after reading Boy's Life, I then read Mystery Walk, both of those books, back to back. Basically read them in back-to-back months, and they were both 5 stars for me. Usher's Passing was like a 4.5 to 5 star. Also read books like Ball, which was a 4 star for me. I read Night Boat, which was pretty much my least favorite book of his. And then I also read They Thirst by McCammon and loved it. That one's kind of massive and epic, but really I had a good time with that one. So yeah, I have enjoyed every book by Robert McCammon, but I gotta say my favorite is Boy's Life. Second favorite, Mystery Walk for sure. Usher's Passing's pretty high up there. I've just had a ball discovering his books this year. I'm so glad I found him, and that I got to meet him just last weekend as I'm filming this today. It was really not that long ago, so fantastic. Next up, whoa.
What's happening to me? I'm back from the pits of hell. You thought you had a nice host, a host that might have called herself Kelsey Kringle or something festive and nice like that and angelic. However, I am here, and I am the version of Kelsey that is the Christmas devil. Because after all, this is the Christmas Evil tag, not the Christmas Angel tag. So these are some evil questions we're about to go into. Bitch!
That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Oh my god. That was the dumbest thing I've ever filmed. It's amazing. Alright.
First Christmas Evil question. Bitch! The Grinch. Name an antagonist from a book or movie that you just love to hate.
This answer for me, I have to go with Reva from the Silent Night trilogy of books, and Reva's pretty much a mean girl type of character, and you really just love to hate her. In case you guys were wondering, Reva is from Silent Night, which is part of the Fear Street series. Again, there is 3 books. I only have 2 of the 3, and I've read both of these books, and I have enjoyed both, but I love Silent Night, the first book. The second book was okay, but definitely not as good. Reva in both books is so mean and so terrible, definitely a Grinch, and she's got more of a Grinch journey in Silent Night, the first book, because kind of near the end, like the Grinch himself, her heart kind of grows 3 sizes bigger, we think. But is all what it seems? I don't know. You have to read the series to see. Does she really turn nice, or does she go back to her mean girl ways at the end of Silent Night, or also in Silent Night 2? Read them to find out. But yes, she is definitely a character worthy of hating and just really basking in the hate that you have for her, because she's so mean.
Next evil question. Krampus. Which book, booktuber, author, or character needs to be visited by Krampus, and why?
My first answer is my friend Kat, over at the channel Kat's Novel Adventures, because she is reading a Krampus nonfiction book. We both love Krampus, and what better way to research Krampus than to be taken by him? So I need her to take one for the team and get taken by Krampus, and then hopefully after a while she gets released and comes back from hell, and then tells me all about the experience and what Krampus was like, etc., so we can have a first-hand account of what Krampus is all about. And that kind of rhymes. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I don't want my friend Cat to be taken by Krampus. No, Cat! Krampus, get out of here. Leave my friend Cat alone. Alright, so I would actually like 2 characters to be taken away by Krampus and brought to hell, because these characters are some of the most despicable characters that I've ever come across, whether that means in fiction, in books, or a character in a movie. Either way, these 2 characters from these 2 books are some of the worst characters ever in any form of fiction. Alright, first up, the antagonist from The Summer I Died. This really insane dude who legit tortures people and, like, cuts off body parts and is just... he's just a terrible, atrocious human being. And even worse than that guy is the woman, the ant lady from The Girl Next Door. She was horrific. She was literally lower than human garbage. She was lower than the low. She was despicable, horrible, and not even joking, that character, who's apparently based on a real person, because this is based on a real thing, kind of, loosely, the real person should have gone to hell too. So anyway, I don't really believe in that stuff, but there was a hell, and there was a Krampus that takes people to that place. I think both of those characters 100% deserve to go there.
Next evil question. Breaking the rules. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What's the worst gift you've ever received?
Usually you're not supposed to talk about gifts that you hate. However, we are making you talk about a gift you hate. So I have to name my least favorite gift that I've ever received. I think I would have to go with, at the time, I didn't understand how cool this gift could be, and I definitely thought it was a terrible gift, and my reaction kind of showed that I thought it was terrible, which I couldn't help because I was just so aghast when I opened it that I was like, well, how am I supposed to react? So for my 13th birthday, and my birthday is January the 13th, so I basically turned 13 on January the 13th, and it was like my golden birthday or whatever they call it. My parents got me a very fancy special pen and pencil set. And it's one of those ones that are expensive and like a nice pen or whatever. It was blue. When I opened the pen, I said, oh wow, a pen. So this isn't a Christmas present, but it was a birthday present, and we actually kept our Christmas decorations up for my birthday, so it kind of fits in with the holiday season because we always kind of dragged Christmas into my birthday, so to me it kind of counts as a seasonal gift because it was on the tail end of the seasonal time. So yeah, I opened it up and I was like, I don't know how to respond to like getting a pen and you're 13. Now I would like a pen. I buy pens all the time. I buy fancy markers and pens. I wouldn't mind a really nice pen that I could reuse and own forever and just refill with a nice little refill cap. Whatever. I did not appreciate it back then. It was horrible of me. Anyway, it was actually a good gift, but at the time I would have definitely called it my least favorite gift, and I just totally wasn't a brat about it.
Next, no holiday cheer here, only holiday fear. Share your scariest holiday memory.
This one's really hard for me, and I put scariest in quotes because it doesn't have to be truly scary. It could be something like, you had to eat somebody's fruitcake, and it's terrible. I can't really think of anything that was really frightening for the holidays, besides, you know, having to clean up the house. I guess that would be a yearly thing that I hated. My mom, dad, and I, we would throw a big Christmas Eve party. So right before then, my dad would get like a Christmas Nazi. We'd call him the Christmas Nazi. And we would be frantically cleaning the entire house, decorating last minute, but mostly cleaning. And it was always a stressful time because I also had to clean my room. So I would say that's my scariest memories from growing up around Christmas time, having to deal with all of that right before the Christmas Eve party. And it was stressful as hell. Once that was over, it was like all downhill. You could enjoy, once the party got going, you got to enjoy the party, and then Christmas Day the next day, etc., etc.
Next up, a food-themed question. So, we're going to be talking about the candy corn of Christmas, which is eggnog. Everyone has an opinion on it. Some people usually love it or hate it. So I have to answer, do I love eggnog or do I hate it?
I freaking love it, bitch! It's delicious. I do thin it out because it could be rather thick, so I put some milk into it, and that really gets it to the consistency I like. I stir it up. Heck yeah. Some eggnog with some milk. No liquor in it for me, just straight up eggnog. I was even joking because, spoiler to Kelly's tag, she does not like eggnog, and I said I wanted to make homemade eggnog in one of my vlogs just to gross her out, because she put like a barf emoji when she said she didn't like it. I was like, how can you hate eggnog? It definitely is the candy corn of Christmas, because a lot of people don't like it at all, and they hate it. Like candy corn. I love candy corn too, by the way, so I love both eggnog and candy corn.
Next up, ugly Christmas sweater. Name a book that was so bad it was good.
The answer? Literally any book by William W. Johnstone, because he is indeed batshit crazy, and I have read all 3 of these books. So first up, The Uninvited, about killer roaches, but also something absurd happens in this one. Slow start, bad writing, but somehow so over the top that it's kind of enjoyable. And I would say the best Johnstone, quote, best Johnstone book would be Toy Cemetery. And really, it's the most bad that it's the best of all of them. The writing's terrible, the plot's convoluted, and so many absurd over the top things happen. And so many wrong things happen that you can't help but be held captive by the freaking book and then keep going and going until you finish it. So it is what it is. Also, bats. I am going to be doing a special Kelsey quotes video in 2023 where I specifically quote different things from Johnstone books that are just terrible lines. And I'm going to spend the whole video just quoting lines from these 3 books that are terrible. I might even add in another Johnstone read just to have more quotes for that Kelsey Quotes Johnstone video that I'll be releasing next year. So stay tuned for that if you like so bad it's good type of things.
Mistletoe hell. Ugh. So it says, name a fictional character you'd hate to meet under the mistletoe.
This is pretty easy. It's kind of a general answer, though. Literally almost any character from any Richard Lehman novel, because he over-sexualizes characters, and I don't want to meet any of his characters under the mistletoe. They'll shove their tongues down my throat, like, get out of here. No, no, no. They'll be staring at my boobs and my butt, because Richard Lehman, like, describes boobs and butts, like, a ton. So the characters would literally be staring at mine, and I'd be like, ugh, get out of here, you creepazoid. So yeah, I would kind of feel objectified and gross and icky if I had to kiss one of his characters under the mistletoe, because they're fun to read in a trashy way, but I wouldn't want to meet an actual one of his characters in real life, if that makes sense. So I just thought that'd be a fun answer, and it's very, very accurate. Like, I don't want to meet them under the mistletoe at all.
Keep your hands to yourself, Richard Lehman's characters. Last but not least, socks. What's an unpopular or, quote, lame gift that you wouldn't mind receiving?
I got inspired to make this question because I started thinking about how socks aren't a fun gift when you're a kid, but I actually don't mind socks now. I collect socks, including like pop culture type of socks. And what socks do I have on now? Oh, I have on Oogie Boogie socks right now. I'll show you. I know this is kind of weird. I'm taking off my sock. Anyway, see? From Nightmare Before Christmas. And I've got a ton of Nightmare Before Christmas socks, but I also have Christmas socks. I also have flippin' Halloweeny socks. I have E.T. socks. I have Rugrats socks. I have General Nickelodeon socks. I have so many socks. I've got the Exorcist socks. I've got beer socks. Anyway, I collect socks is the point. So of course that would be one of my answers, because it inspired the question itself. So it's not coal for me, it's like a gold mine, not coal. Anyway, alright, so socks is enjoyable, and recently I discovered that I really, really want Christmas sheets or Halloween sheets, or both, for the holidays, because I don't have any thematic sheets, and I feel like my bedroom has no decorations, but I feel like sheets that are festive, whether that be for Halloween or Christmas, or both, would help brighten up the room and bring the room in with the rest of the theme for the house for both holidays. So yes, I would like Christmas sheets for Christmas time and Halloween sheets for Halloween time. So yeah, most people would think that's boring, but I want the sheets. Give me the sheets! Come on! By the way, this was sheets. I don't know why. I don't know why this... It looks like water. Anyway, we can't figure it out. I don't know what my mind is thinking half the time. That doesn't even make sense either. I am very stressed today and zany, so enjoy the craziness. By the way, let's end this video with tagging some people. Guys, if you'd love to do this tag, please remember to tag us in your description so we can see the tags, and I'll make a little playlist of them so that everybody participating in Christmas Evil can go through and watch all the tag videos, because I think this is so much fun, and Kelly came up with the concept of doing an original tag. So thank you again, Kelly. Again, she is at Kelly Hooked on Books. Alright, so I am going to tag my friend Kat, who I said should be taken away by Krampus. So hopefully she won't be mad at me and she'll still do the prompt. Again, I was just kidding. I don't want her to be taken by Krampus. Please no. So she's at Kat's Novel Adventures, so I'm tagging her. I also would like to tag Sarah at Thrills and Kills Booktube. I would also like to tag Andrew at It Came From the Page. I also would love to tag Ollie, who just did a whole naughty and nice cute little tag along with MJ, so check out their tag, which I will be doing in about a week or so, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'd love to see Ollie's take on our Christmas Evil tag, and if another host tags him, then obviously it's fine if we all tag the same people. I definitely want to hear Ollie's answers regardless of who tags him, but I'm tagging him just in case no one else does. I'd love Lexi at Books with Lexi to do this. I'd also love Kaylee at Kaylee's Books to do this, because I think they'd have some fun, unique answers that aren't just all horror answers. They might have some thriller answers. They might have some fun anecdotes about growing up with terms of the, you know, the worst gift you ever got, that type of thing. That might be fun to see what they have to say about that. Also, Amy from Amy Noel Reads, check out her channel. So those are the people I'm officially tagging. It's a lot of people. Hopefully you guys can do it. If not, no worries, no pressure. But yeah, let's help spread this tag, because I think it's gonna be fun to see people's answers. Guys, did you think I had some good answers? What do you have to say? Leave it in the comments below. But for this time, that is it for me. Till next time, you know what you can do.
Be evil.
No, keep on killing it. Bye, guys.